All right, everyone. Yeah, it's been a few days. It is good to be back in my apartment. This video isn't the video I know a majority of people want me to do, which is the Bruh Season 2 trailer. I mean, to my knowledge, there's like a 30-second version of the trailer, which was the first one I saw until maybe a couple hours later, and I saw the extended version of like a 90 seconds or like a minute and 42 seconds. Either way, the extended cut. And the trailers were released on Thursday, which I believe was like the 20th. It was either Thursday or Wednesday. But either way, this video is kind of a quote unquote, I guess by now, I just call them like life update stuff. I was at home for almost a solid week. Basically, I went home early on Monday and I just got back to my apartment today. Before noon, I went to church for the first time in over a year. We had drive-in service at my home church back in Clover, Virginia. It was nice. Ironically enough, people were honking their horn and waving. A couple people came up to the car because they wanted to tell me, hey, I saw you on TV on Tuesday night. So they watched the Haves and the Have-Not special, which was pretty funny. But I have yet to watch the special. Let me just break it down. And please, this is not a video of me sounding, bitter or ungrateful, because I just appreciate the fact that so many people count on me as the news outlet, if you will, for certain events and stuff like that. But I'm not going to say this past week was bad. There was some hope, but I'm not getting my hopes up, if you will. But just to kind of break things down, my mission was just to stay at home and not come back to my apartment until I had, as solid a plan as possible for what my situation would be next month. After, before the lease ends and my living arrangements and whatnot. So many things happen. What was that last video I did? Like venting session where I talked about like Med Express and, family stuff and all that stuff. Being at home was not bad, believe it or not. I think probably because I was on TV, that probably helped. But at the same time, some things happened, some things didn't. I did manage to get my sister's season 3 trailer breakdown out because despite the fact that I was taking a much needed break from work, I knew it would not fly for me to not do a video on that trailer as soon as it came out. So I did manage to find peace and quiet and a reasonable internet connection because, most of the people in the house were at work. My nephew was watching Bluey. And my sister was outside on the phone, so I managed to get enough quiet time to do the research and the video, so that trailer came out. I know some people said it was too long. Thinking about it, it probably was, but you have to realize that that video was as long as it was, not because I was rambling, but because I do have follow-up videos I want to do after, the trailer breakdown has run its course on the channel. But given the fact that I was at home for almost a week, I did not have any time to record videos. Or if I had the time, there was never enough internet Wi-Fi strength or quiet in the house for me to actually record and get things done. That's why the sisters video was really long and the only video I posted in quite a while. On top of that, I still have not watched the Half special. Long story short, my mom was bringing KFC that night. She got off work. She's like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, I'll take KFC. So she got chicken for everybody. Tell me why when she got home and we checked the bags, my food was the only thing missing from the entire order. I was so pissed off. I went to bed like at 5:30 or 6 and didn't wake up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I was also exhausted because I had called a bunch of different mortgage places and got denied. So it was just a day full of frustration. So I didn't care that I was on TV because I figured, whatever. I'll probably only be on the special for like 8 seconds like the last one. So there was no need of me staying awake watching the entire special just to see myself on screen for like 3 seconds, and that's it. So I went to bed hungry and pissed. But apparently my mom, dad, and nephew watched the show. So when I woke up in the middle of the night, my phone, I was like, what the hell? Why do I got all these messages? Because I saw a couple of notifications. They're like, hey, saw you on the special. I'm like, oh, again, it must be 8 seconds. Because remember, I was in that other special a few months ago called Owns the Dramas You Love. And I remember spending so much time working on the videos the video I submitted. And I was only on screen for 8 seconds. So mind you, I made 17 separate videos for this particular special. And I figured, whatever, let the chips will fall where they may. And if I'm on screen, I'm on it. But I got that phone call from the own producer who guaranteed I would be on screen. But here's the thing. I knew that after the first time they edit and cut things specifically. So I figured, again, what's the point? It's only 8 seconds. Maybe they'll upload it to their YouTube channel and I'll watch it online later. It's no big deal. But no, I had cast members. I had people from high school. A bunch of people, and like I said, at church, were like, we saw you on TV. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what? So apparently I was on screen multiple times. Mom was saying, yeah, you were on screen a lot. Even when it was almost like your YouTube channel, like when you're talking and then there are the scenes playing in the background, like you would be describing a scene and then they would have the screen playing on screen. So I have not watched it yet. It's available on the OWN website. A bunch of people have uploaded it to YouTube. I'm honestly surprised that the OWN YouTube channel hasn't uploaded yet. So I don't know. Either way, I promise I will watch it. I'll do a video, giving like a reaction to it, but I just was not in the mindset to watch it that particular day. So yeah, my mom was like, yeah, go to some of these banks in person so you can explain things. And it's like, I try to explain to my mom, like, look, I've been having these thorough discussions with like 60, 80 different places. And they say, oh, well, your income based off your taxes isn't high enough, or we don't fund that particular manufactured kind of home. So I've heard so many things. So going in person, where on the one side I can see, yeah, maybe I could explain it better to them. But either way, the multiple places back in my hometown I went to said the same thing. They said over the phone. And so it was just a week of frustration. Like I said in another video, or maybe I was just talking or writing in my journal, but never still on the channel. They're not really like, I'm more of a forward thinker where I feel like I'm a goal and plan oriented person. Like I gotta have things mapped out, because waiting until the last minute gives me just serious anxiety. I've always been like that, to be honest. So yesterday, we went to South Hill, which is like 52 minutes away from the house down there. So we passed through Chase City. And then there was a housing lot called Home Solutions. Mind you, I was coming back to the apartment on Saturday, but my mom was like, yeah, call this one place and see what they got to say. Because I'm like, yeah, if they say the same thing everybody else has been saying, I'll just leave the house at like 9 o'clock in the morning and just go back to the apartment. But for the first time, there was a black guy who answered the phone at all these places, and we had to talk. And I'm like, yeah, here's my situation. I got pretty much a month left on my lease, and all these places I've been talking about my taxes and yada, yada, yada. And yeah, I know my income looks super low, but I make a lot of money now. But yeah, he's like, I can't guarantee anything, but based off your situation, we do help those who want manufactured homes. We build them, and self-employed. Your credit is very good. So we went down there. And it's crazy how within 5 minutes, this man, he gave us so much helpful information that these other places didn't. Like such as, hey, once you get part of the land deeded in your name, you can actually use that as a down payment since you're a first-time home buyer as opposed to money. I did not know that. And based on the value of the land, that could determine whether or not that, that could make up for the quote-unquote lack of income on your taxes that these banks would use to finance the home. I saw a house, and I guess that's God's intervention, where even though I saw a great home at Clayton that I wanted, there was one particular one on this lot that I can have remodeled, but it had a humongous master bedroom one of the most beautiful kitchen islands I had ever seen. So maybe that was God saying, hey, Clayton, things didn't work out with them, so I got something better. And this upcoming week, there's a lot. Well, this week there's a lot to get done. My mom, I had to go through my grandma's old trailer next to my folks' house and dig out a trunk to find the deed to the land so things could be worked out so I can get a few acres. And it reminded me of what Veronica has to do in an upcoming Have and Have Not episode, hence why her and Hannah get into a fight where she needs to go into Catherine's house to find the original paperwork for her contract on her loans. So it literally felt like that, but with more cobwebs and the fear of a rat or something come out of the woodworks. But thank God nothing like that happened. And so my mom's going to work on that end. I worked on, finding U-Haul prices, and I honestly, this sounds stupid because my roommate was like, wait, didn't you get the name of the place, U-Haul? I was under the impression that you can hire U-Haul drivers, but apparently that's not the case. All you can do is rent the trucks, which I'm like, ain't this up? So either my cousin, my dad, or a friend will get the U-Haul. Like, I'll pay for everything, but the U-Haul will come, we'll load it up and that's it. I might be leaving my apartment, my roommate as well, like middle of June. So basically in like 3 weeks or so, because we just figured, we're pretty much both almost done packing. And to be honest, we're both ready to go. And I actually told my mom, I'm like, you know what? Because I barely drive as it is, with nowhere really to go. I left my car at my parents' house, like my mom and nephew, my mom just dropped me off today. Like, I just figured, the next time y'all come up will be with the U-Haul. And by that time, I'll just pack everything up. I'll get a storage building or storage unit back in my hometown. And that will be that. But, it's that's pretty much the plan. So I'm feeling a little less anxious since this week should be basically before the end of this month. I should know a lot of things. Tomorrow or Tuesday, I should be receiving an email from the home solutions guy, Dan, about, filling out a pre-approved application for financing. I am very nervous about this part just because of the fact that this is the part where so many people, where I filled out the form, I've explained my income, I've submitted pay stubs, bank statements, and then I get a no. But the church sermon today was about building, and I'm like, ooh, isn't this ironic? But hopefully the land situation works out in my favor, because trust and believe, I want to be excited, I want to be positive, but after so many no's, it's hard to believe that there will be a yes finally, because this is like my last stand, if you will. All the other doors have closed, and if these people say no, I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do. Obviously on the positive side, the whole storage unit and moving truck and all that's coming along. I got the money for that. I'm not even worried about that, but when it comes to my living situation, it's like I just can't stay at home for an indefinite amount of time. Like, it becomes oh yeah, you've been approved for the house, it'll take us maybe 1 or 2 months to construct it. That I can live with that. But in terms of not getting approved and then having to be stuck at home, I don't think I could last more than like a month or something until I just found an apartment in my hometown. I don't know, but I'll try to stay positive. But on the flip side, there were so many people tagging me in bruh videos. Hell, even some of the cast are doing the same thing, because do the video. I was not in the mindset to do it. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, there was so much else going on that doing that video was not at the forefront of my mind. Like, I was joking with my mom because I was reading some of the comments and inbox things. It's like the haves and the have-nots. It's like, you have to do a video. And I wanted to reply, well, I have not a place to live in the next month, so I got to focus on that. But that's pretty much what's been going on. I've just been doing a lot of pacing and a lot of figuring out how to get things done, because there were 3 models of homes on the lot. I got the floor plans. There were some beautiful ones I would love, like that. There was one pantry that I have to have. It's so ridiculous, but I have to have it. And that's pretty much where I'm at. They're going to mark off the land, mark off part of the land. Then they'll have to have a person come out. It's like a soil curator or land, basically somebody from the state who would come out to see if the land is, up to par, if you will, to have a house constructed. And again, all this stuff is far and beyond steps that these other places even try to get us to go. But I won't be excited, or at least even happy, until I get the thumbs up for financial approval. Another thing, Clayton Homes, I actually filed a report with the BBB. Somebody actually commented that on the other video I did, the venting session. Thank you, about recommending the Better Business Bureau, because I did a full-on complaint, and I called the corporate office of Clayton Homes, and they said they would expedite to get my $1,500 back, because that's highway robbery, where I put the money down on the house. And then they told me I didn't get approved for financing, and it's been over 3 months and I haven't gotten it back. So I should get that back soon. No word. Basically the $1,200 I put towards getting my credit audited. Still dealing with those folks. It's a uphill battle, but yeah. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I told my mom, even on the way back up here, she's like, and then when she walked in, it's like, yeah, you don't even need to go grocery shopping anymore. You got more than enough food here. And like I said, probably the second week or so of June will be when I'm up out of here. I'll get that U-Haul, put my stuff in storage. The only thing I'll bring back to my room at my folks' house, as I said in my other videos, like my laptop, my Switch, my microphone, obviously, maybe a bag of clothes, and that's honestly about it. Everything else will go in the storage unit until things get squared away. But to be completely honest, I should in theory know about whether or not I can get this house, or at least financing, by the end of this month or early in June. But like I said before, I wish there was somebody that could tap one of these banks on the shoulder and just say, hey, give this brother a shot. I'm not asking for a financial handout. I'm just wishing there was somebody who could pull the strings for me to say, just get the financing for the house. Hell, I'll pay for it over time if I can just get the approval for a mortgage. It's just frustrating because of the fact that to just see these beautiful houses, and the one I was possibly looking at, and I love the fact that they gave me an estimation, which includes the setup and installation, not just the house, about 120 to 134K. Obviously not paying at once, set up a mortgage, but just like I did with my car, even if my set payment amounts was like, $900 a month, with the money I bring in on YouTube and eBay, I'll be paying well over $1,200 per month and above, just to quickly take care of it, to, not deal with the interest rates like my student loans. So, it's just crazy, because the amount of people who want me to do the bruh video, and it's coming. Like, today was pretty much my day of, I got back to the apartment, took a nice shower, did laundry, I ordered pizza to celebrate hitting 35 million views today. So thank you all for the support. 35 million views is phenomenal. And then tomorrow, that's when I'm really going to hit the ground running and knock out a bunch of videos, because Tuesday is when House of Pain and Assisted Living come back, and then Thursday is Bruh, which I do believe are longer episodes. So Bruh should be hitting hour-long episodes, which I find to be a very great surprise. I think we're getting 3 episodes on Thursday. Some sources have confirmed that, but I don't know for sure. We will definitely find out on Thursday. But I just hope that the attention that Bruh has sparked, and the number of people who hit me up to do videos, I hope that same energy is true when I do the videos, because Bruh, as much as I love season 1, the video views didn't reflect, fan interest. So hopefully, season 2 will yield more views on the channel, But I really wish that BET would put season 1 on the network just like they did with Ruthless, because I feel like more people will know about the damn show and be more inclined to get a BET Plus subscription. But yeah, like I said, church was great. Home was okay. Like after seeing me on TV, my mom was telling me, oh, they were at work talking about you. And, so-and-so said, hey. And heck, like I said, some people from high school hit me up. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, this is cool. But, for me, the chicken messed me up. I was just so upset about the chicken. And not to mention, like I said, I recorded the videos myself, so I know what I said. It's just a matter of I don't know what made the cut. But just based off the amount of people, just commenting on my stuff, apparently I was in it for quite a bit. So I guess you can expect the Bruh season 2 trailer breakdown, my video going over the haves and have not special later this week. Of course, the House of Pain, Bruh, and assisted living videos and all that good stuff. But yeah, I got some other videos that I haven't edited, but I'll take care of that later. But I just had to let you know I needed a time to step back and focus on things outside of YouTube and eBay, because, well, I'm one of those people where I can't get comfortable until the job is done. Like until I know that I'm going to be in a home, I can't really rest. Obviously I can, because I've been awake since 2 a.m. today, but I just hope that this one time I get a yes. If nothing else, I told my mom already, it was like, it's not about the furniture or anything. I will manage, just put me in a home, the furniture and all that stuff, that will come in due time. But to just know that I'm going to eventually have a home that I can call my own, that I can rest my head in, that will be enough for me. Even if they're like, okay, I better not speak to Ed Greet, too crazy. Like, oh, it won't be ready for September. I ain't trying to go that crazy. But my birthday is August 29th. It would be amazing to have a home before my birthday and I turn 30. Even more amazing, yet not very likely, would go back to my original goal of, oh yeah, I want to have the house set up and everything. That way when the haves and the have-nots finale is on, my mom and I can watch it together in my living room. But then again, I don't really know how long it takes to construct a home, so I really don't know. But if you could just send some positive energy, cross your fingers, pray, whichever spiritual activity you perform in, please uplift a brother. Just let these financial people approve me, because like I said, I am so nervous since I'm going to be getting that email within the next 24 to 48 hours just to fill out the form. But like I said, after filling out so many, I'm aware of what they could say, but hopefully they'll take a closer look and at least give me a shot. So we shall see. But yeah, it was a mix of frustration of the number of people demanding I do this video. But it's like, did you not watch the sisters video where I explain I need time off? I'm working on stuff because it's going to be hard to do videos if I don't have a concrete place to live. So there's that. But that's all I got for this video. I know this isn't the one people wanted. It's like, well, damn, you could do almost like a 25-minute, venting video, but you can't do a Bruh trailer breakdown. It is coming. Don't worry. Trust me, that trailer had me going, oh, damn, okay, what are we doing this season, Tyler? But if there's any other things you need me to cover, I think a couple of people gave me some have and have not episode titles and synopsis. If I haven't responded to DMs and whatnot, it's like I said, I've kind of been off the grid. Like, I've done a couple posts here and there. I've read a few of the messages, but I just really needed time to focus on living arrangements as opposed to videos. But, it is what it is. It's life. So, that's all I got for this one. Like I said, hit me up online if you have any Tyler Perry news content that you want me to cover that I may not have discussed in this video. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be my first, quote unquote, back to work day. Without my car here, there's no temptation to go out, even though technically I could Uber, but there's no need. It's really me just spending the next couple of weeks making as much money as possible because, with the end of the month coming up, I want to make sure my ad revenue for the month of May is high as possible. That way, when I get paid in June, it's like, yay. But it would be a miracle if I get the approved financing so I can get a home off the ground. No pun intended. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check out the Sisters trailer breakdown if you haven't. Like, seriously, it's a long video, but I thought I did a pretty damn good job on it. And hopefully we're in for a week of solid premieres of House of Pain, Assisted Living, and Bruh. And remember, next week we get the haves and the have-nots back. So you can at least expect a couple of weeks of me doing solid haves and have-not content where the episode will come on. I'll do a live stream afterwards. And then after that, I really don't know what to tell you. It's like being at home will just change the entire system. So there you go. All right, guys. Talk to y'all soon. And that's all I got.